New pathway into a new starter's mining job. Conversations about mining. Welcome to Conversations About Mining. It's just me today. Unfortunately, Jess has had a death in the family, so the next series of videos will just be me. Condolences to Jess, and she will be back next week. But before I move on, I just want to say congratulations to Nando, who got himself a job. He used the 3-step package to do it. He got himself a job. He's very pleased with it. Already tramming down the hole on his first swing. So tramming's another mining word for moving a piece of equipment. So you're driving a piece of equipment down the hole. And the hole is obviously the underground mine there. So well done. But in today's video, we are going to talk about the pathway that people have to take into a mining job and what's changed over the last few years. And if you're looking for an underground job, so if you type underground into Seek, you'll see all these jobs come up, all these entry-level jobs come up all over the country. And if you want to have a look at the drillers offsiders, it's the same thing. Just type drillers offsider into Seek and you'll see all the jobs come up. There's lots all over the country, but the big thing that's happening at the moment is that they want you in the state that the mine's located in, and they want you standing in front of them. So if you're in the eastern states and you're going for a job in Western Australia, they physically want you in Western Australia before they'll talk to you or look at you or even consider you. Why is that? Well, in the past, employers would interview and even medical people in Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne, and then allow them to come across with a job. But unfortunately, a whole heap of those people that they spent large amounts of money to interview and to medical, and when the employer medicals you, they normally spend between $800 and $1,200 on those medicals. A large amount of those people didn't bother coming across. So now, because of those people not following through and basically burning the employers, all the employers pretty much have a standard these days of having to have you sitting in front of them before they're even going to consider you. And we've just had a really good candidate in Brisbane apply all around the country, and all the feedback that he got was that he was an excellent candidate that they would consider straight away as long as he was sitting right in front of them. But because he was where he was in the country, they weren't going to consider him until he relocated. And just saying you relocated wasn't enough to be considered. You actually had to do it. So that's where we're at with it all. And the reason that that's happened, like I said before, is because they've had so many people that tell these employers that they're coming, and the employers spend money on them, and then they just don't show up. And this is only a relatively new thing that's happened in the last 12 months, because even 18 months ago, we still had people that were being medicaled for jobs in WA, in Brisbane and Melbourne and Sydney to relocate over, just to make sure everything was good. But the employers aren't doing that anymore. They only want people that are in the area that the mine's in. So you have to factor that into getting a job now. And so my recommendation to people is to have a look for a job in the area that you're at, because there's mines in every state in Australia. So give yourself an appropriate amount of time to look for a job in the state that you're in and try and find one. If you can't find one in an appropriate amount of time, say, between 6 weeks and 12 weeks, then you could look at coming over to Kalgoorlie. I wouldn't hit Perth up. I'd go straight to Kalgoorlie, because that's where all the mines are and all the jobs are. And the majority of people that we have that go to Kalgoorlie all get offered multiple jobs in the first week that they're there, just because they're desperate for people. But that's the way I would attack it at the moment. I also would make sure that I was fully prepared and that I knew that I wanted to do it by doing one of the packages that we've got on offer, like the 3-step plan. But yeah, that's what's going on with mining employment at the moment. They want you sitting in front of them. The reason for that is because they've been burnt by so many people. It doesn't take too long when you're putting these medicals out, when people don't show up for the jobs. It doesn't take too long for the money really to start stacking up, and that's exactly what's happened. And that's why everybody's getting the responses back that they're getting, that they need to relocate to the area of the country that they're coming to. And even some of the responses that I've seen even say that even if you do relocate, there's no guarantee of a job. You just need to relocate first and then we'll look at you. And so that's what you're dealing with. So you really, like I said, prepare yourself before you go. Have a look in the area that you're in. If you go over to type underground into Seek, you'll see all the jobs come up from around the country. So that's South Australia, and you've got New South Wales there as well. That's Queensland. There's lots of work all over the country. It's just a matter, so that's entry-level New South Wales. Yeah, it's just a matter of giving them what they want, somebody that knows how it all works. And yeah, the easiest way to do that is to do the online training, the underground online training, and learn how it works so you can have a conversation with the foreman in the interview. If you can do that, then you've got something to offer them. So I hope you found that information helpful. And again, congratulations to Nando on the job. Well done. I hope you have a long and profitable career. And I know Jess is really happy about that one as well. He's one of our 3-step plans that came through. And if you've got any more questions about the mining industry, please send them through. And if you could share this video around and like and subscribe the channel. Thanks.